Her race sold her into slavery, but a human's love saved her. 1. The chains of betrayal. They called her Vael'thiri, daughter of the sky flame. Once, she was nobility among the Vael'thiri, a winged race of high-born star-dwellers known for their beauty, arrogance, and strict caste systems. She wore silken gowns spun from comet dust, spoke in symphonies, and flew among twin suns. But when a civil war threatened their dominion, the ruling council made a choice. To preserve the peace, they offered tribute to the growing slaver syndicates of the Outer Belts. They offered her, bound in no-metal cuffs that burned her wings numb. Vael'thiri was thrown into a prison ship with others deemed disposable. Her name was erased from the sky archives, and no one, not one of her people, came to stop it. 2. The human mechanic. Jackson Reeve had no titles, no wings, and no silken clothes. Just grease on his hands, a half-broken smile, and a back bent from working 12-hour days fixing transport junkers in the Curex fringe. He didn't believe in heroes. He didn't believe in fate. But he believed in getting things done. So when his friend tipped him off about a slave ship crash-landing outside the junkyard fields, he didn't hesitate. He grabbed his tools, his medkit, and his crowbar, not to play rescuer. He didn't think anyone would be alive. He just didn't want the syndicate sniffing around his home. But when he pried open the cargo hold, he found her. Free, the first look. She was unconscious, bruised. Her wings, one shimmering opalescent gold, were twisted and filthy. Her lips were cracked, her breath shallow. Jackson dropped his tools. Hell! She didn't look like anything from his world, not even from his quadrant. But something in her face, something regal, but shattered, made him move. He carried her out. Slowly, gently. She woke up midway, whispered a word in a language he didn't understand. He said the only thing he could. You're safe. I got you. 4. Mending wings. For weeks, she didn't speak. Didn't trust. Jackson gave her space. Brought her food. Sat nearby as he worked on engines, letting her watch, listen, learn. She studied him with quiet, unreadable eyes. Sometimes, when he slept in the corner of the hangar, she curled her broken wings around herself and cried silently. But slowly, she healed, and one night, she asked in halting basic, "Why did you help me?" Jackson looked up from a disassembled fuel regulator. Because you needed help. You want reward. He smiled, a little sad. Nope, just don't like seeing people in chains. She stared at him a long time, and for the first time since she'd fallen from the stars, Vael'thiri smiled back. 5. The danger returns. But the galaxy doesn't forget its debts. The syndicate came looking. Jackson returned from a supply run to find the hangar door smoking, and a ship hovering low, black, unmarked, cruel. They'd tracked her, or maybe him. Inside, Vael'thiri stood before a slaver with an electroblade pressed to her throat. "Give her to us," the man sneered. "Property's property." Jackson didn't flinch. He raised his plasma cutter, set to full burn. "She's not property." They laughed. Then she moved. Her wings, still weak, unfolded. Her eyes burned with golden fire. Her voice, raw but powerful, rang out like a blade drawn from heaven. "I am Vael'thiri, heir to the flame of eons. You will not take me again." And in the chaos that followed, she fought beside him. 6. A love forged in ash. They drove the slavers away. Left wreckage smoldering in the sand. Jackson collapsed afterward, bleeding from a blade wound. She knelt beside him, hands trembling. You would die for me." He smiled weakly. "Don't plan to. But yay." Tears rolled down her cheeks. She kissed his forehead, tentative, reverent. "Then let it be known you have saved not just my life, but my heart." 7. Rebirth. Months passed. She never returned to her people. Why would she? The race that sold her wasn't her home anymore. Her home was with him. Together, they built a ship, part Vael'thiri design, part human scrap. She taught him how to fly with the stars. He taught her how to fix an engine with spit and elbow grease. They were laughed at. Whispers followed them in every port. A high-born Vael'thiri noble with a dote hand's human, but they didn't care, because every time he looked at her wings, healed, strong, proud again, and she looked at his callous fingers, they both knew they'd saved each other. 8. The legend. Years later, in the far reaches of the galaxy, pirates speak in awe of a ship called the Unbroken Flame, piloted by a winged warrior and her scarred human captain. They protect the lost, burn slaver ships to ash, leave feathers and broken chains behind. Some say she's an exiled queen. Others say is a fool in love with a goddess. They are both wrong. She was a woman betrayed. He was a man who cared. And together they became something greater.